Today's earnings match had this, frankly, incredibly strange split. On one side, we have Microsoft actively negotiating for raw fossil fuels just to feed its data centers. And on the other, a fleet of delayed ships somehow blew a $7 billion paper hole into the oil supermajors' profits. We analyzed the individual reports today, but looking at them collectively, the whole narrative just became extremely physical.
It did, yeah. The day really broke into two distinct realities. You have hyperscalers aggressively negotiating with big oil for raw power, and then these massive earnings quality distortions caused by actual physical ships stuck at sea.
Okay, let us start with those distortions, because the headline profits looked catastrophic. I mean, Chevron and Exxon took huge hits on paper, but underneath, it seems like the operations were totally fine.
They were. It's what they're calling a naked hedge. Basically, the shipping chaos in the Middle East stranded physical crude out on the ocean.
Right.
So the paper derivative hedges hit their quarter-end expiration, which triggered massive accounting losses, but the physical cargo simply had not docked in time to actually balance the ledger.
So it's literally just the physical world missing an accounting deadline.
Exactly. The underlying execution was booming. I mean, Exxon essentially manifested an extra mid-sized refinery this quarter just by optimizing their maintenance schedule. The real cash is going to show up the second those delayed ships clear port.
Which makes the financial presentation super messy for now, but mechanically fine. And that clash between paper ideas and physical reality is basically what happened with big tech today, too.
The death of the clean energy premium.
It really is. Microsoft is apparently bypassing standard utilities completely. They are in direct talks with Chevron to secure raw Permian natural gas for their AI operations in Texas.
Which just shatters the ESG narrative we keep hearing. Hyperscalers are so desperate for compute power, they're reverting to unabated fossil fuels. Because, and this is the fascinating part, Exxon CEO bluntly stated they refuse to act as a utility for tech companies who will not pay the required markup for carbon capture.
Wait, so tech wants the massive power footprint, but they refuse to pay the extra cost to actually keep it green?
That is the structural reality we are seeing now. They want the power, they want the margins, but they won't foot the bill for their climate pledges when push comes to shove.
Wow. Okay. So the larger read is that AI is basically just going to run on raw natural gas for the foreseeable future.
Roughly, yes. And while tech figures out that massive physical bottleneck, investors really need to watch for the mechanical cash flow reversal for those energy majors over the summer.
The individual company episodes on our daily feed have the full call-by-call details on how these giants plan to navigate those direct negotiations and accounting anomalies. Always fun, Miro.
Talk to you soon.